And transition. All right. Yep, we are now live. Hi, I'm Kara858, and we are back for our episode 5 of Rivenwood Academy. So always here, we like to give love and support to different individuals in the community. Always like to shout out different channels, so perhaps you could support them on their endeavors, give them a follow, and see what they're up to. So first, we would definitely like to give a shout out to is a good friend of mine. His name is Adrian Bear, also known as the Bear Pen. In case you're familiar, he is on our TTRPG show every Saturday called It's Our World. He has his own channel on both YouTube as well as Twitch called the Bear Pen, and his Twitter is also the Bear Pen. You will find Vampire the Masquerade. You will find D&D. He does one-shots using, I think the cat system, as well as a couple other content out there. He's a great individual overall, and he's only 8 followers away from reaching the affiliate aspect. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give a follow to his channel and support him on his endeavor so he can reach that good old affiliate status. The second person we'd like to give a shout out for, of course, is a good friend of mine. Her name is Rosebell Arts. She's been, I think when I first met her, she was actually playing A Plague Tale Innocence. I had no idea that she was actually an artist until she streamed the next day, showing some unique anime content. And so she's a fantastic individual. When she first started, I think she had maybe like 15 or 20 viewers, which was, of course, very well for that time frame, but she was slowly building up. And then eventually, now she's pretty much a partner with well over 10,000 followers and subscribers up the wazoo, and she's getting all the support and love the support that she deserves. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give her a follow and support her on her endeavors. And last, what we like to give it a shout out for is a TTRPG show called Hunters Entertainment. For those who don't know, Hunters Entertainment, a good friend of ours who's actually on the Bear Pen show, named Alex Red Eye, is a behind-the-scenes individual for Hunters Entertainment. Hunters Entertainment is a TTRPG variety show that leans more closer towards the horror content. So you'll see content like Outbreak of Dead. You'll see Carbon, I forgot. Sorry, that title escapes me. But you would definitely see also some well-known TTRPGers such as Melee Damage, Marquia Bacardi, and plenty other individuals. It's a great TTRPG channel, and we would love to give them love and support, especially since they gave us a raid not too long ago. So if you can, especially if you like horror, give them some support and follow them on their endeavors. And so with that said, that's all of the shout-outs that we have for today. We're going to go ahead and work our way down the list of our players here, starting, of course, with Mimsy. Mimsy, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials, and talk about any projects that you're working on.
Of course. Hello, everybody. I am Mimsy, or Morgan, whichever you prefer. I won't have my camera on today because it's being a naughty little camera. And currently, I don't have anything going on. Just got back from a little vacation, so just adjusting back to everything.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you back. I hope your vacation was great. Yep, that's busy. And next we go with our good friend of ours, Ursa. Ursa, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials.
I'm a friend of yours. Stop lying.
Yeah, you are a friend. Hey, he sounds extra crispy. He has that new mic in place.
Yeah, your boy got a slight glow up. So what's up, y'all? I'm Ursa Ringer in chat. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what I like to do. I'm actually doing it right now. I'm actually making some music. It's shocking. I'm shocked too, I know. But it's going to come out when it comes out. I ain't got no dates, but I am working again. Huzzah.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, Ursa actually made the music for both of our campaigns that we had. It's Our World as well as Rivenwood Academy. He's a fantastic DJ, producer, creator. And definitely once he has his music uploaded, we'll release a link on YouTube so you can follow him and support him on his endeavors.
You're making me feel special. Thank you.
You're special, fam. So going down the list, of course, work our way down, we got Ree, big boy Ree. Ree, you like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials, and any projects you're working on.
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. You can find me at the Twitter at BigBootery, where I sometimes say fun things. You can also find me here on Saturdays playing the stoic and wise Nuvian. And I'm pretty sure today is going to go by perfectly fine, and we will all do our homework and be good students.
Yes, and never seems to follow suit. Never seems to follow suit. Of course, next we have our fantastic DM, Aaron. Aaron, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials and your projects you're working on.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron. I'm the DM for this one, and I play Nezra on our, it's Sunday for me, Saturday for you guys campaign. Unlike some players who are always a jinx, I think that things will be interesting every time. But I'm very excited to see what happens next because I'm not sure that even I know it this time.
Messed her up that bad.
You have to take a look for our next episode to find out. And last but certainly, well, not last, but Fell Flames, you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself? Plug your socials and your projects you're working on.
Hello, I'm Zach. You can find me on Twitter at ZHaloMusings. I don't have anything to announce, but I'm looking forward to see you all at the world of Rivenwood Academy.
Awesome. And of course, the reason why I didn't say last, 'cause I'm technically last. I am Kira858. Of course, as you see, I run the academy, run the streams here for Rivenwood Academy as well as It's Our World. We soon will be getting back into having art streams as well. Just some things that's been going on with work, which has been causing some issues. Also, we have it in the near future, easily one of our biggest projects to date. A couple of individuals are familiar with what's going on, actually here in the stream. I would just say this, look forward to June 12th at 12:30. That's all I'm going to say. June 12th at 12:30. Again, I'm super looking forward to it. If you want to know more, just follow me on Twitter. Twitter, I have I'm at Kira619858. Also, the information will release on our Discord, which you actually can find the link below, listed here. At our Discord, we actually have watch parties every Sunday between 10 to 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will watch some anime as well as some other shows like Yasuke, and we will be watching in the near future Winter Soldier. So look forward to see you there at our Discord. And so, yes. With that said, I think that's enough for the announcement for now. Oh no, I do have one more announcement. I am a diehard Dice affiliate, and for the remaining days in May, you can get the Spring Equinox dice set for 10% off. And not only that, you can actually use the code, which the code is DrawMay, as DRAWMAY, DrawMay, on top of other codes. That would be in that you can actually purchase for the month. So you can combine multiple discounts and buy as much dice as you want. With codes, on top of codes, it's just a fantastic deal. But you only can get it for the remaining days within May. Starting from June, we're going to have a new dice set that you can be able to get a nice promo code off at. So once again, the code is DrawMay, and that's going to allow you to get the beautiful Spring Equinox set from Die Hard Dice. So now that we have all the announcements out of the way, I'm super looking forward to bringing you to our introduction for episode 5 of Rivenwood Academy.
Micah, Ardris, Meaty, Callan, Otis. Behold the spellbinding abilities of Rivenwood Academy.
All right, and we are back. So with that said, Aaron, take it away.
All right, so last we left off, our intrepid heroes, the Vorpal Sword, were blinking back sunlight as they reappeared outside of our arena, unminiaturized after a very eventful and occasionally duplicitous toad race in their miniature forms with Max Attilian Gifford, one of the party tricks magic teachers. And so for this afternoon, a couple of you have some makeup assignments. You need to go work on your rings for enchantment. And there are a couple of different things you can be doing around campus, but you do not have a class today. So you tell me, where are you heading next?
Do you all need help with your enchantment homework? I'm told I have a pretty good grasp of the subject, and if you all need a hand.
Otis is going to sigh and say, well, I am behind. So fine. I don't know what to do with this thing.
I am behind too. I could use a little bit of help.
Oh, yeah, let me just state that Otis got out of his wild shape. He did not say that as a giant wolf spider.
Oh, I wish he did.
Just a bunch of... All right, where are you going to go in order to work on this? You can go back to your dorms, or you know that Micah has access to the Tome Library.
Well, the way I see it, we could return to our dorm. There is a bit of space there, though I admit it isn't of good size, or perhaps if Micahs are able to gain permission for us to use at least one of those smaller rooms in the library, we could study in there, or perhaps outside.
Micah,
I would love to do it outside. It's all about being outdoors.
Micah turns to the others when he mentions that statement. So he says, outdoors? Outdoors?
Yeah, Pipsqueak, outdoors.
He kind of like thinks to himself because he's like, he never really tried practicing enchantment outdoors, but he doesn't see too much of a difference. And so he nods and then he looks at the others. Outdoors?
As you're moving around, you are seeing people are coming in for lunch in that little courtyard. It is a bright and sunny day, a little bit chilly, like there's a strong wind, but it doesn't seem to be too bad here in the academy grounds proper. And you know that along that road that leads towards the gate, that's where some of you, I think Ardris, it was you last time, was sitting working on some stuff. There are benches underneath like the copious trees that you can settle under if you would like.
Right, well, I do know of a wonderful spot to sit down and do a bit of reading. You all have your enchanting things with you. You can go over there, and imagine you will get the meaning of our homework pretty quickly. And then perhaps we can enjoy the fresh air.
I don't think Otis. What does Otis have it on his person?
Probably not, because you weren't in the classroom. I think you're going to have to go talk to the professor to get the material components for you and Mary.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll be able to work with your team like they have the rest.
Okay. I think I got to go get the stuff from the teacher.
Yes, we got to go. What are we even getting?
Well, we'll go there first. You guys need to get the ring. Presumably you have your books and things like that. I still have my notes from the lesson.
We don't carry books.
Otis, the only book he has is the one you gave him. Is the one the one Ardris gave him. There we go.
Just a blank notebook. Yep. Nothing in it. Just paper.
He's wrote a couple of things down, but that's about it.
Well, that's absolutely fine. We'll get the reins, and I still have my notes from the lesson, which you are more than welcome to use. It should be fine. But he'll start walking over to the enchanting classroom.
So as you head over. Oh, yes, Micah?
Micah will look over towards Kellen and it looks up and says, Tools? And I guess maybe you can roll an insight check. He's talking about the tools that he got from.
If you're speaking to a player,
mm-hmm.
like it's whether he understands what you're actually saying.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna make him roll an insight to see if he understands it.
Tools?
Are you talking about my enchanting homework, or do you mean the weird box I got?
That.
The box?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should work on it? I was gonna work on my enchanting homework.
He kind of turns his head to the side, looks down and says, both?
I suppose we do have the whole day to ourselves. Worth a shot.
He nods, and he kind of looks down.
So all of you are heading into the enchanting room, to enchanting classroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. As you're walking, you're passing all of the tables lined up for lunch. There's like sandwich stuff today and some salads. You do see that there are like 2 sophomores that are heading into the building in front of you. And as you gate in, you enter into that foyer and you don't see them. They're not. You would have expected them to be directly in front of you, and they're not anywhere in sight. But you turn and you go to the right, and you enter that first room, which is the alchemy/enchantment classroom. And you do see that Professor Zima is sitting in the back at his desk.
Hello, Professor, are you free?
Mr. Ardress. Yeah, of course, how can I help? He puts away his sandwich.
We won't steal too much of your time. My friends here, Otis and Miri, will need to the rings for the enchanting lesson.
Yes. I remember that you were absent from my class.
Otis nods.
I was having a little bit of an issue at the time, so I'll be there next time.
See that you are. And he pulls out, he takes off a ring on his finger. Then he hands it over to Miri first.
Okay.
And it's like, here is your assignment. You will be creating one of these for yourself. It is a ring of message. Take a moment and look over it very quickly and see what you can get out of it. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Let's see. That would be a 9.
It looks like a ring. Like, you know that it's supposed to look like something more. You know that there's something that should make sense. But the more you look at it, the less it looks like anything but a ring.
Yeah. Miri's like actually like straining, like you can hear her.
Otis is gonna snatch it from her and be like, "Give me that thing," and he's gonna try and study it.
Go ahead and roll it.
All right. Oh wow. Let me see. That is a natural 18, and I think that makes it a dirty 20. Yeah.
Very nice. You can see immediately the inside of this has a bit of wire that runs all the way around the inside. Have you ever cast message before? Do you have the message spell?
No, I do not.
You've probably seen someone else cast it, and you're aware that one of the material components is a piece of copper wire. So It looks like when they created this ring, they folded that in.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you're looking at it, you're like, okay, I can kind of see how if you used that, you could store magical energy in this, such as you wouldn't have to produce the components and do it each time. So you get a pretty good idea of like, okay, I understand physically how this is done, and I have a good idea of how you could focus some magical energy into this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Otis looks at it and he goes like, I think I get the picture, and then just tosses it at the professor.
He catches it. Does not look too happy that things are being thrown at him. Puts it back on his hand. And
Otis is
okay,
unfazed.
as you are aware, he rifles through his drawer and gets out 2 rings to give to you. As you are aware, we are fronting the cost of the material components needed to do this enchantment, with the expectation that as you grow in knowledge and wisdom, etc., you are going to be doing things for the school, collecting other items that we will need for potion brewing, etc. So don't think that this comes cheap. And he gives each of you a ring band.
Otis says, nothing comes cheap.
This might be the first thing I've ever heard you say, Mr. Otis. That is 100% accurate.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it can be hard to hear the
Apologize.
truth of your words behind the brusqueness of them.
Otis is just somehow satisfied with that. He's not one for picking up on subtle sarcasms.
Well, Ms. Mary, I'm sure that your teammates here can assist you. I'm not entirely certain you understood the assignment.
I mean, it was just a ring that they just tossed to me.
I am very hopeful it is not just a ring that you give me back. Did any of the rest of you require assistance in your endeavors? No.
Not at the moment.
And Micah shakes his head, and then he'll turn towards Miri, and he'll point towards the ring, and he'll say, "Precise."
Precisely, Mr. Micah. Well, in that case, if you will excuse me, I am mid-lunch. And he starts unpacking his sandwich again and getting out his little thermos of tea.
Otis goes, that looks good.
I highly recommend you take advantage of the lunch outside.
We will be leaving at once. Come on, everyone.
Yes. He gave me a ring. Idris.
Yes, ring is very important. And we will, together, we will create a ring of message, and then perhaps you will make your own enchanted items.
I think we're rich, Rabbit.
Why are you calling him Rabbit?
Rabbit. He points at your ears again.
You know, Otis, that is...
What's that mean?
Well, I'm not going... You know what?
What?
I'm not just gonna go up to you and just say, "Oh, look at you, you big you big green oaf."
I heard that before. Nothing wrong with it as long as you get something to eat. He looks down. He looks over, and Micah goes, "Am I right, kid?"
Check Micah into this.
Micah just looks up. He's completely confused, and he just kind of stares at the two. And this is one of the few times where there's definitely an expression on his face, and it's just of utter confusion. He just literally the people's eyebrows on his face, and he's
All right, as you head over to your spot to study, tell me, what are you doing in order to work on this or to assist your party in doing this?
Otis is gonna go with his druid half and actually just meditate while holding the ring.
Artemis got the books out. He's got his wand out. He's basically re-giving the entire lesson as here.
Now, the principles of thermodynamic energy is...
The whole lecture.
Micah is going to try to help out Miri and Otis by showing that repetitive nature that he remembered that allowed him to get into the zone when he was doing it at nighttime. So that's how he's going to try to assist. Because I think I'm pretty far along in the ring, right? I think, right?
Who all has the message cantrip?
Oh, I do.
Ardris and Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's maybe why two of you are spending there showing, like, this is how you cast message.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you focus it in. You are aware that when you are imbuing something with an object with a spell that you don't know, you can have a different person cast the spell while you are focusing on imbuing it. So you can also be casting the spell into the ring while they are working on, like, basically anchoring that spell to the ring.
Nice. Would Tinkerer's Tools help in any sort of way?
Tinkerer's Tools is more for, like, non-magical mending and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So not exact. I mean, it will help a little bit, like, if you are, for example, laying in copper wire. Tinkerer's Tools helps do that.
All right. Well, I'll keep it on deck. Those Otis has on his person.
What's Kellen doing?
Does he need things physically present in the classroom that need to stay there in order to work on this?
Does he need things in the classroom? No.
Like, is there like a stylist that he needs in order to do it? None of his like equipment for enchanting is like necessarily in the classroom.
Right. It's just because this is a low-level cantrip, like, there's not much that you need in way of materials, like, by design. The big material is the ring and the wire.
He is going to go back to his room, take out a piece of parchment, and he writes, "Dearest friends and comrades, I'm going to be working on my enchanting project. If any of you require assistance with the said enchanting project, please knock lightly. Period. New paragraph. If you require with assistance with anything else, please wait until tomorrow. Period. Love, Kellen."
At least it puts the love in there.
And then he tacks it up on his door, goes into his room and closes it behind him, and begins to continue work on his enchanting project.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. I'll say for Otis and Miri, with your friend's assistance, you're going to make a check. It is your spellcasting modifier minus proficiency, but you can do it with advantage because Micah is helping you, Otis, and Ardris is helping you, Miri.
Can I give myself guidance?
Yeah, I mean, you are aware that you're working on this. You could tap yourself guidance.
Okay.
I don't have no fancy things like that, so here we go. A nat 20.
Oh, let's go. You prodigy.
I rolled a 4 and a nat 20.
I think that we should all just retire from adventuring and be.
So that's minus proficiency, you said?
Just don't add your proficiency. Like, it's just whatever your wisdom, I think you're a wisdom-based caster.
Mm-hmm.
Just add your wisdom, and that's it.
All right, so that's 24 for me.
Very nice. Yeah, no kidding. The Vorpal Sword's going to become just like purveyors of enchanted goods. Okay, so Miri, you're looking at this ring and you're like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You look at it and you're like, I don't get it. And Ardris is like, no. Hold it like this. He moves you just a little bit. And as he does, like, it all falls into place. And you're like, oh, how did I not see this the first time? You have that big epiphany moment, and it makes so much more sense to you now. So you are able, with his help, like, you understand the structure of how you need to do things. Mm-hmm. And he is providing the messaging spell that you are working on anchoring. So congratulations. Otis, with your previous understanding of how it works, you make a large leap in getting this actually finished. Like, you are able to take what you understood of its physical properties, and now you're adding, like, how the arcane aspect of it works really well, and you're doing quite well.
I didn't even roll guidance too. That's right. Oh well. I don't need it.
Well, you very, very understand it.
Okay.
Excellent. For Micah, Ardris, and Kellen, is there anything else that you want to do during this time of studying? I know that you're helping others, but is there anything you want to do to work on yours?
Oh yes. After Micah gets the feeling that Otis is getting a good handle on it, then I think Micah would then return back to, further developing his rig for message and see how far he could get.
Awesome. Ardris?
Archers would definitely be trying to see if he can learn anything about his dream, specifically trying to remember it, maybe jot down more things about it, kind of just doing anything he can to make progress with that.
So, like, you're there helping Mary, she has her epiphany, like, okay, you're done, and your brain turns back to your dream. Go ahead and roll just a straight intelligence check. We'll see how well you're able to kind of capture the dream state.
That is an 8 plus a 5, so
13.
13, yes, man.
You don't really get any insights into it, but you are able to journal down pretty well the parts that you remember. So if there's any questions you have about what you saw, I'm happy to answer them, because I don't know what you remember and what you don't.
Is he confident that what he saw was the astral sea and not just like a sea, but dreamified?
No.
He is almost conspiratorial, like just writing out the dream and then writing down known, like I forget what those things are called in real life, but the thing where you like look up symbolism of what things are supposed to mean in dreams, that he's doing that, and like water means this, and he's just spinning his life through that.
Yeah, he goes full dream interpretation. Yeah, awesome. Kellen?
Kellen is working on his enchanting project until it's done, possibly to exhaustion if necessary.
Wow.
Oh, goodness. Ooh.
He had to go to class yesterday. Today he doesn't. So this is the thing.
Yeah. All right. You are all being teacher's pets and trying to do this way faster. But what I'll do is I'll say that based on your previous rolls, if you feel that you are ready to try the final enchantment, you only get one shot at it, or else you have to start over.
Oof.
But if you think that you are ready, I will let you roll it now.
Okay.
Since everybody's still here, we still get advantage because we're in a group helping each other.
No, this is individual.
Okay, so they didn't get to the final stage.
Okay. I'll definitely try to give it a shot.
Otis will go for it as well. All right.
Otis and Miri, you're not
we're not there yet.
eligible.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to spend a certain amount of time. Everyone else has spent extra time outside of class so that they are actually ready to get there.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll need an extra because it takes 3 days of study in order to get to the part where you can enchant it, and they've just done the extra study.
Okay.
I'm going to start with you, Kellen. Now, Kellen, if you remember correctly, with your natural 20 for making this your own, you get extra buffs. For one, you get your proficiency bonus added to this. And for two, you are rolling with advantage. So your DC for this is just a 10.
I already have the number for you.
It's greater than a 10.
I rolled a 7 with advantage.
Plus your proficiency and your intelligence?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
No, you are joking, dog.
Whoa.
You are absolutely joking.
Nope.
This is not fair.
You're serious.
You, dog. It's just
Dead
not
serious.
fair to you.
I wouldn't lie about the dice.
Ooh.
Dog, if you were there, I would have given you guidance. Like,
there is a common flaw in almost every great wizard. and it is not being able to pull back when you need to pull back, and just going too hard at things that are right on the edge of your grasp. And you get to that like almost fugue state where you're just like, no. I understand how the entire universe works. I know how this works. I can do this. And you get there and you get there. And because it was a 2 instead of a 1, your ring does not break. So you don't lose the material components.
Ooh.
But you do have to start over on... you don't have to redo the arcane blueprint,
Formula,
but you do
so
have
to speak.
to... Yeah, but you do have to start over on the amount of time you're spending. So basically, you feel all of this light energy kind of congeals, and you've almost got it, and then the whole thing is now a mundane object.
He takes another sheet of parchment and he writes the word failures up at the top and marks a tally mark and goes back to work.
So good.
That
That
man's
is
a true
so
inventor.
good. It's so good. Okay. Let's see. Mike and Argis, you both said you are going to try it as well.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
You do not have proficiency, but you do have advantage.
Okay.
It's just, is it intelligence or con?
It is your spellcasting modifier. So you use intelligence. If you're a sorcerer, it's charisma.
Yes.
If you're a druid, etc.
Dirty 20 with advantage.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, that is a 13 or... Okay, 17. 17 plus 4.
21.
21, yes. Thank you.
So both of you are focused on it. You spend your time, and you feel like there's this like sound energy. The ring itself is starting to kind of vibrate in your hands as you're focused on anchoring this message spell. And as it does, kind of appears like nothing happened. It looks like a normal ring. But you put it on and you point at somebody else. Who do you point at and what do you say?
It's going to point it at Meaty and go, how's it going?
And you hear that in your head.
She kind of looks around for a second. She's like, what? Idris?
Yes. Sorry.
Why? Oh, I've been listening to you too long. I hear you in my head.
Well, perhaps you have been listening to me too long. That is a possibility. But no, this is what is supposed to happen. The ring is finished.
Oh. So that's what it does? So you can like talk to like anybody in their head, right?
Was that out loud or in your head?
Oh, she's saying this out loud.
Yeah, they're talking out loud. I think the spell is be casting, rapid casting the spell over and over again. So, probably. Why?
You could get up to a lot of things like that.
We're not supposed to use magic for selfish means. That was
No, it's not that we're selfish.
It's one of the 5 wizarding rules. It's at the very beginning.
Oh, it's a good thing that I'm not the wizard then.
That does not absolve you of the rules. Just because you are not a wizard, it is for all of our. It is not important. How are you coming?
She just kind of looks at him and is like, that's such a boring rule, though.
It's a very necessary rule.
You could, like, I don't know, like, say, like, secret messages and stuff. Like, I bet people who, you know what, I bet some guy has confessed his love like that before.
That'd be jacked up.
Not entirely sure that would be good or really wanted? Would you want someone to just be speaking inside your head?
Well, you just did it to me.
Yes. Or would you want someone who likes you to just be speaking inside your head? You can't ignore them. Be very awkward.
I guess you do have a point with that.
So just why we must never abuse magic for selfish reasons.
And she just goes back to like look at the little like stuff that's in front of her.
Just
Michael,
turn
what
to
do you
Bugs
do?
Bunny.
Sorry, say that again.
What are you doing with your completed ring? You need
Oh.
to test it out to make sure it worked.
So what happens is, of course, towards the end, you can kind of see like the understanding fully start to click, and then his third eye starts to open. The clock noise starts to click, and then you can kind of look. He looks at the ring for a couple of seconds, and as his third eye remains open, he'll point it out to Otis because he was helping out Otis, and then he casts a spell. He'll be like, "Precisely."
Yo, what? What? It's that professor, isn't it? Otis says that out loud. Get out of my head. And he casts Shillelagh.
Oh no.
He just turns his head to the side, confused. Once again, he's like, and then he casts it again. He says, "Micah."
Oh. And then and then Otis would look and see that Micah has his eye open, and then see the ring on his finger and kind of put two and two together. And then just let go of Shillelagh and sit back down. And go, "Oh, that's you? How you doing that?"
Precisely.
And I was like, "What do you want from me? Precise about what?"
Enchantment. Precisely. Works.
Oh. You told me this thing goes two ways, right?
He kind of nods.
And Otis is going to attempt to start thinking back at Micah. He's going to like this, right?
And then he nods, like kind of happily.
Well, that one you don't hear.
Which one?
What he last said, because it's only in response to something you say.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's true, because he actually cast it. Okay. If I don't hear, he was like,
Right, he wouldn't respond. Otis would say out loud, "I don't think it worked. What'd I do wrong?"
and then he'll kind of move his way over, sitting next to you. And then, similar to what he was doing at night, he'll show the motion of how he was actually enchanting the spell. And you could definitely tell, like, there's almost like a robotic nature. Like, every single movement is at the exact same pace, at the exact same time, with no adjustment. It's almost like somebody pressing a button in a metronome and just clicking back and forth repeatedly. And you can see with this method that it's kind of like showing you the enchantment. He says, "Precisely."
Well, I don't know if I could be that precise. I've never been that precise in my life. That is a true statement.
Oh.
But I'll try, Pipsqueak. I'll try for you. How about that?
He
Want to
smiles.
touch the bird?
Okay. Well, no, that's too exciting. It's too exciting. He said, "Okay."
Is Azarath in the area?
Yeah, Azarath's hanging out on the tree above you.
He goes, "Hey, Wrath, you want to come close and hang out?"
He comes and flutters down and lands on the bench next to where you're sitting.
Hey, you could touch the bird.
Micah smiles. He says, "Thank you." What?
No problem. I'm going to talk to her in about 10 minutes, though, kid.
He nods, and then he makes his way over to Azarath. How big is the
Roll
bird?
an animal handling check.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
It's just a normal sized raven.
You still pick yours up.
Just a bird.
Yep.
Where is the bird? Oh no. So Micah, as you can't tell, didn't have any friends. His only friends was animals. So that's 16. Okay, 16 plus 5 is 21? Yeah, 21.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if Otis will feel jealous about this, but Azeroth takes to you real easy. It's probably because you are so like still. You know, there's no like real sudden movements, that kind of thing that would startle the Raven. So it just kind of sits there for a little bit, and then as you remain still and kind of wait, it moves over and perches on your arm.
And he kind of looks up. Nice. And then he,
Well, Otis would be ritual casting. While you're doing this, Otis would be ritual casting speak with animals. He is going to literally have a conversation with the bird.
You are running out of light. So if you want to do this here, you can, but it is getting close to sunset with the amount of time everyone's spent doing enchantments and such.
Oh, he's going to do that there. Otis is not afraid of the outdoors.
Cool. Everyone else, what are you planning to do as we get to sunset?
Well, if it is possible, I will check one thing. Yes. So, Andres has a signet ring. So possibly you would like to start a new enchantment of a different spell.
Ooh, interesting. What spell are you wanting to use?
Sure.
You have to come up with an arcane blueprint for this. Shield is what level spell? First? Yeah. So based on how you used the previous one, that doesn't guarantee you success for the future, but you can begin to look at it. If you want to make me a let me think. Yeah, go ahead and make me an Arcana check. Let me see where you are to start.
Oh crap! I don't know if this is a 9 or I think it's a 9. Yeah, it's a 9.
I dreaded 9 or 6.
So 9 plus Arcana, is that correct? So 9 plus 7, 16.
Nice. So you are thinking about it. You're not really sure how to do the, like, you were aware with message, you embedded the copper wire, and that made sense to you based on how message works. You haven't yet figured out, like, how can you embed, like, this idea of components, especially because you are a, like, you have an arcane focus. You don't use a component pouch. So this is something where you have ideas of how to start, but you don't know how to get to the completed end yet. So you can move forward with it in an experimental fashion because you don't have something you're copying. So this is a high enough, you rolled high enough to start, basically. And then you will continue to do it. It is expensive to do a first level spell, and it takes a lot of time. So I sent you the link for how much it costs in time and cost. It is 180 gold pieces and 2 weeks of time to do a first level spell, or 9 days. So you can think about that. It does not have to be 9 sequential days, so you can spread that out over, until you get that kind of money or the components or whatever you need.
It's a project. It's not today.
But you are started. So go ahead and mark for yourself if you will put like the enchantment spell, the enchantment shield spell. Give yourself 1 out of 10. Anyone else got things to do before we... Oh, you're finishing up your speak with animals.
Yep, hopefully.
All right. The spell is completed.
Okay. Hey, Otis is gonna look at Azrath and just go, "Hey, checking in with you."
What does Azrath even say? I don't know. Let me think.
Have fun with it.
I should have been thinking about this earlier. I was distracted by the shield spell.
You know what's in her backstory, Aaron. I trust your judgment.
What does a bird sound like? This is a problem with being like a person
humanoid
that cannot do accents.
She's got mimicry like naturally, so.
Well, she's going to sound like Aaron then.
There you go.
So she's gonna say, "Hey, checking in."
Like, you all right, girl?
She kind of flies off of where she was perched on Micah's arm and does a quick circle around you before landing on your shoulder. All right. Are you all right?
Sometimes, Wrath, I just don't know. But I'm here. We got food, and we're learning magic.
Twitted magic.
Here you go. Jeez, I'd almost want to invite Nadine, but you know how Nadine gets.
Azarath has an actual physical reaction when you bring up Nadine. You're speaking a language that Azarath understands. Immediately, like, the feathers ruffle up a little bit, and like she kind of burrows into like the side of your neck. It's like, Nadine.
He's like, that's about right. Don't worry, Wrath. I'm not calling her unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, there was that one time with the game, but that was that one time.
Not necessary.
I know, she told me. And then he's gonna look at Micah. What would Micah's reaction be? Like him just going back and forth with a bird?
Oh, he's literally, so his face is definitely still of the stoic impression, but as the bird noise is cocking back and forth, you can see his face going from side to side as if he's trying to follow the conversation, even though he has no idea what they're saying. But yeah, he's just looking like, oh, okay. He's following suit.
Well, Otis will probably notice that. He'll go, what do you think of the pipsqueak?
Micah.
Yes. So you like him, huh?
I like him.
And Otis looks over at Micah and goes, Raz says she likes you.
I like him.
He pauses. He says, thank you.
Would Azarath understand that from a human? It's like straight common? Or would I have to translate?
Azarath does not understand what anyone but you is saying.
Okay, so Otis will translate. He said thanks.
No debt.
She says you don't owe her nothing. Like Ghost Whisperer.
He nods. He kind of looks around. Says, food?
Well, Otis will perk up. He says, he's referencing food, right?
Food and magic.
I'm like, also, one more thing. And I'm turning this spell off. And Otis asks, have you seen anything unusual around campus?
Unusual.
Well, that's probably not the right word. How about dangerous to us?
Dangerous.
Like what? You seeing something?
I'm seeing something.
That's about right. It's like, it's moments like this make me miss the tree.
Tree. And you can see, like, Azarath bird deflates.
Yeah, Otis kind of deflates too. And he goes like, don't worry, Wrath. I'm going to figure out something. I'm going to bring him back.
Bring him back.
And so, yeah, Otis is going to stop speaking bird-ish, I guess, and then speak common and turn to Mike and go, I mean, I don't know about your eating situation, but if you want to sit with us at lunch, that's okay. Well, it'll probably be dinner.
Dinner.
Yeah. If you want to sit with us at dinner, that's cool.
If you remember, dinner is not served communally. You have to deal with it yourself. They serve breakfast and lunch, but dinner is all you.
Oh, this is too good. What's your mama cooking?
He kind of like pauses for a second. He says, oh, but go bye. And he's going to try to run home to see if he can find his mom there.
Otis is going to follow Micah.
You both go running. Ardris, Miri, you watch as they were sitting a little ways off talking to a bird, and then suddenly both of them are jetting towards the main building.
Do you think that's an issue?
It might be. Are you done for the evening? If you'd like, I can go back over the lesson for you.
I already heard your voice too many times today.
What?
That's not supposed to be a meeting either. I'm a little burnt out.
Well, we can go and see what has our friends so distracted this evening.
Sure.
Right, let's go.
Yep.
He will walk after them.
Yep,
So as about you gather all of your stuff, you see that they're already in the door to the main building.
Just gonna stroll after them.
All right, so Micah, you're in first. You take a hard left. You head all the way down that other hallway where the classrooms are not until you get to the back portion of this building that abuts where the Arboretum is, and that is where your home is. It's like 2 floors of like there's like a living room, and then if you go upstairs, that's kind of where the rooms are for sleeping and that kind of thing. And you hit the door. Are you still running? Or
no.
do you slow down?
I slow down once I get to the door. But once I open the door, I kind of like slowly open it just to see if she's inside.
You do see a light on in like the back room that you know is her study.
Oh.
And there's a fire blazing like in the main room where like the living room, dining room area is.
All right. So in that case, he's going to make his way over towards the door where her study is, and then he's going to knock softly on it. It says, "Micah."
Yes, Micah. Did you have a good day?
Wow. Well, before Micah does that, Otis is going to try and kind of get out of Micah's line of sight and then wild shape into a normal spider.
So go ahead and roll stealth, and Micah, you can roll. Actually, you won't roll perception. You will just use your passive. So what's your passive perception?
My passive is 50.
Oh, this is going to be rough. Okay. Yo, I kid you not. I rolled a natural 14.
Oh, great.
So let me see. That's literally 15 exactly. It's not enough.
Ooh, tricksy. But I'm gonna say meets it, beats it. So it is your concern for your mother that prevents you from seeing something that you would normally be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
But you are focused in on the store. You hear her calling in, and the door behind you out to the hallway. Did you close it behind you?
Yes.
Okay. So that door is closed as you walk up to it, and as you do, it helps you to stealthily shape into a spider, and you're able to crawl underneath that door, and you are now in spider form in the living room.
Perfect.
All right. So when Michael makes his way over to Rosalina, Rosani, sorry, Rosani was the original one. He would say, "Better, what?" And you can see like this was he definitely struggles for words to begin with, but he's like looking from side to side to try to see if he can get the right words, and then he pauses. Then he stops. Then he pulls out a notebook because he knows that he won't be able to say what he wants to say. So he's going to write down in a notebook, "Can you tell me what happened that night? I haven't seen you look this way before. I want to help. Please tell me." And then he kind of shows the paper towards her.
She's still behind a locked door. She did not open that door.
Oh, okay. So he'll
You
write.
don't know if it's locked or not. You haven't tried it. But
Okay.
She's still behind the door.
Come in. Come in.
And there's a moment, and then she comes over to the door and opens it up and is standing in the doorway. Yes, Micah.
And then he'll
You're
present.
needing something.
He'll present the paper towards her. Says, read.
Oh, no. You should not be worried. And she looks well put together. She doesn't look like harried or upset in any way. Her countenance is like the same as normal. And she's like, Micah, it is my job to be concerned about the running of the academy, not yours. And she'll kind of ruffle your hair a little bit. Everything will be fine, I'm sure. Did you want... well, I'm sure that you have other things to do.
He'll show the ring. It says, precisely.
Oh. Did you do this?
He nods.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to seeing your power as it grows.
He kind of looks at the ring again. Shield.
Shield?
He nods. Next.
Oh. Okay. I suppose we'll see what Professor Zima says about all of this. But I'm sure that whatever is next to you will do more than adequate.
Thank you. Okay.
Making me proud.
He nods.
There's my good boy. And then she will retreat back in the room and shut the door again.
Now, I've known her for a while. Is it possible to do an insight check on how well she was, did she truly feel
Absolutely.
like it? Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that insight check.
Yeah, I'm not proficient at that, I don't think. Nope, definitely not. I'm not good at conversation. Okay, well, we shall see. And boop. Oh, a 19. Holy crap.
Oh, let's go.
Holy crap. Wow. 19.
You know your mama.
Yep, that's right. It makes sense. 19 plus 3, that's 22.
Oh. If you were anyone else, you wouldn't notice. She's got a impressive facade.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell that this is force of will that has been forged over as long as she's been chancellor here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she shows people when she is acting as chancellor.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get any vibes of fear per se. There's some frustration that you think is maybe hiding behind her eyes, and a little bit of she's not pleased.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't look overly tired. She doesn't appear that she's been burning the midnight oil and is exhausted or anything like that. But you are aware that she is very good at showing what she intends to show.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
About this time, Argers and Miri, you have arrived in the main hall. You were looking around. You don't see anyone. You kind of walk down the hallways. Don't know where they went.
Looks like we've lost them. Just unfortunate. Well, are you hungry? Yeah.
But now that we're here, do you think maybe we could stop at the library?
I'm not supposed to go into the library.
I know, but
Yes.
this might be something that I wanted to look up really quickly.
What do you wish to look up? I'm sure I have something in my notes that will suffice.
Do you have anything on your notes about ducking swords?
I do not have any. Where have you heard such things about talking swords?
Well, I have one.
I'm sorry. Come again?
Miri will pull out her rapier. This is my sword. You know, my sword. She talks to me sometimes.
I'm going to cast Identify on the sword.
Do it. Miri, are you allowing this to happen?
I'm sure, because she wants to know what the sword is too.
Okay. As you finish casting Identify tells you.
If it's magic, its properties and how to use it, whether or not it requires attunement, if it has any charges left, any spells that are affecting the item and what they are. And if it was created by a spell, then I know what spell created.
Okay. You are aware that this is a magical weapon. It was not created by spell. It does not have charges. It does have a name, which I think that you would get out of this. And the name is Gravitus.
Ooh, that's fancy.
Does that name mean anything at all?
Make a history check.
Aaron, can you just type that in chat so I know how to spell it?
Yeah.
Thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Do I get advantage on the roll?
Oh, gravity. Okay.
Gravitus. Yeah, why not? Go ahead and roll with advantage since you've cast Identify.
Put a 1 on the side.
Oh no.
No.
It's that kind of night.
So that would be what? If it's Arcana? No, history, it's a 9.
It's not really ringing any bells. The fact that it has a name is indicative to you that this is something that is special. It is unusual. If you'd cast this on any other magic item, you would not have gotten like a name off of it. So you're aware that that is interesting. And the fact that it was not created by spell, or it does not have, that you could identify any magical effects currently on it, is also intriguing and weird. But you're not able to place it.
Where did you find the sword?
Before I say that, you're not working with my parents, are you?
Why are you just asking that now? No, I'm not.
Well, because I guess not. You came from hoity-toity land or something.
We'll talk about that part later. Where did you find such an object?
I found it in an old, I guess, ruin. My siblings and I were just like, playing around, and then I found it.
Okay, that is not very helpful.
I couldn't even tell you where we were.
If we were to go to the library, do you have any idea where you would look for this item? Books on this item, period it is from, who may have wielded it in the past, its creator.
Would Argus have told Miri the name of the sword?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would just maybe start with the name. It's never told me it has a name before.
Speak to this woman. It is highly against the rules to enter the library without permission.
I mean, it would just be really quick, in and out.
Fine. Let's go.
All right.
So you head up the stairs, you passed all of like the awards and banners and things, and you head up to where the Tome Library is. As you remember last time, there is a large wooden door. It's a double swinging door, and you go to try it, and it is locked.
Give me a moment. I need to take some time to regain my magical abilities. I would like to use my cane cover.
Is Ardris deviating from the school rules voluntarily?
You've corrupted him. All right, I'm gonna bounce back to our to Micah and Otis. So Otis, what are you doing? You're hanging out as a spider.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
Well, first, Aaron, if I may, this is the first time Otis has seen Micah's family home. So what would he notice, at least the spider size?
At spider size, it you can't see like tabletops and this kind of stuff from where you are, but it looks like a little bit Spartan. It's well crafted materials, like it's clearly higher quality make. But there's not like a bunch of pictures on the wall. You don't see anything that represents Micah as a child or anything like that. You see lots and lots and lots of scrolls and magical items and particularly things for alchemy, because that is what Rosani teaches. Lots and lots of paperwork. In this room, it's not very accessible. It's all put away, but you're aware that there's a study off in the corner. There's a kitchen. There are windows that face out into the Arboretum, and then there is a set of stairs that goes up to where their like living quarters are, you would guess.
Okay, where is Micah? Like, I'm assuming it's going to be very far since we're like just inside the door.
Yeah, so at present, he's like across the room from you, standing by the door to the study. And you are right by the door to the outside.
Oof, Otis is going to have to get a workout. He's going to make his way toward Micah.
That'll take a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Spiders move slow.
Oh, yeah.
Micah, what are you doing?
So after kind of gauging her personality a bit, he kind of like thinks to himself, pondering about what, if anything, he could do to help in that circumstance, or if he should. And there's a lot of self-contemplating ideas going in his head. But his face still remains stoic. He just kind of looks down. And then when he realizes he can't come to a conclusion, he just looks up and then starts to make his way over to the door. And that's probably maybe where he will see the spider. And he looks down and says, okay.
Yeah, make a perception check. Let's see if you see it, because it is a spider. Like,
Gotcha.
even if you do, it's not that notable.
Mm-hmm. Boop. All right, so that's 11. I think that's pretty much just my passive. No, it would have been my passive. I think it's one higher. 11 plus 4. Yeah, 16.
So 16?
Mm-hmm.
As you're walking around, like, you don't have a lot to do in this space. Like, this is not where you normally hang out, I would guess. You're normally up in kind of your room.
Mm-hmm.
So you're heading towards the stairs, unless you're planning to head back outside.
Yeah, I was actually planning on heading back outside with the others. It was just more the idea of him mentioning Mom, where he wanted to hurry up and talk to him about it. So now he wants to go back.
All right. So you're on your way back to the door. I'll say with a 16, you managed to narrowly avoid stepping on a spider that is right by the door.
That would have just grown to wild shape, but yeah.
He looks down at it. Do we normally get animals in our establishment?
I would say spiders are fairly common.
Okay.
Like spiders and small insects. It wouldn't be unique.
Okay. In that case, he kind of looks at the spider, kind of like turns his head to the side. And then after he looks at it for a couple of seconds, just walks back out the door.
Perfect.
Try to find a group.
Cool. So you head back out.
Mm-hmm.
Ursa, what is Otis doing? Is Otis gonna head back out the door, or is he hanging out here?
He's making his way toward Lady Rosani's door.
Okay, that's gonna take a while. Kellen,
Yep.
how you doing, bud?
I said what I said, and my intention has not changed since my latest failure.
I just needed to check in. You know, can't let it my poor sweet baby emo get too downhearted about
Look,
it.
if no one brings him food, he's not even eating. We're just
Oh no!
No. Okay. All right.
we're hard at work here.
So the camera pans over to Kellen's room where he's just like, rah.
The funny thing about the issue that you raised that led to his failure is that wizards aren't always aware that that is what's causing their failure.
Yep.
Work harder
Absolutely.
as opposed to smarter is the current attitude.
Back up to Miri and Ardris. Arcane recovery is like short rest timeline. How long does it take?
Yes, at the end of a short rest, I can recover spell slots equal to half my level.
Okay. So you're probably about completed with that. Let's say it like took 10-ish minutes. And you can hear that someone is walking down the hallway below you.
We will have to find one of the upperclassmen and ask them to find a book for us, which is not against the rules as far as I am aware.
Why would they? No, we can just go in. Really quick, I said.
We absolutely cannot go in this.
That was the whole point of coming over here, Arthas.
You cannot even open the door?
Oh, I bet somebody has the key.
And who do you think has the key?
About this time, you see Micah walk out into the middle of the forest.
Yes.
He is by himself. He can't see you yet because of kind of the way that the stairs are curved around. So he's heading, I assume, towards the main door to head back outside, but you can't see him.
Miri immediately, Micah!
He kind of stops.
Micah! Come here.
He turns around, looks towards you, to two. He looks kind of curiously at you before he returns back to the stoic appearance, and then he'll make his way up the stairs to where the area is. Yes?
I just needs to get into the library. I will say that she whispers this to Micah.
He'll look towards Ardris and says,
No, don't whisper.
practice?
Like in the middle of him doing it.
Wait. He looks towards me. He's just like, huh? Wait. Practice?
I wanted to get into the library.
Lie? Why?
I was hoping to find more information about my sword.
Sword? He kind of like looks towards the sword, like curiously at it. Sword.
Yeah, well, it is a sword. It slashes things, but thanks to Argus, we know it has a name, and I know that it also talks.
Special?
Yeah, like a special sword.
Okay. Oh, that's too exciting. Okay. And then he'll make his way over to the door and kind of knock on it. Is there like a special knock that I have to indicate that it's me? Or do they normally know if
Like during normal hours, the door itself is semi-sentient. It would just let you in.
Oh, okay.
Because you're one of the exceptions to the rule that no one comes in. Right now, it is after dinner, so as you knock, there's just no response.
We should just find one of the upperclassmen and ask him to retreat to the class. That'd be absolutely no problem.
Late. Not.
I mean,
Not.
there's
Open.
always ways to get into places, Micah. Do you perhaps know of any other, like, maybe like a secret way to get to the library?
He shakes his head. I don't think so, right? I just would normally gain access into it, right?
Yeah, you haven't needed another way in because, like, your existence is your key in.
Mm-hmm. So wait, so after hours, is there normally a method that they perform after hours, or
No, normally after Theophania leaves, like it goes into basically the library goes into a dormant state. Like your mom could get in if she needed to, or like a certain number of like particularly well-regarded professors could get in. But generally, if Theophania is not there, the door just doesn't open.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks for that clarification. I understand. Okay. So he says, tomorrow, I can't do it.
I suppose so.
Door. Let's me in tomorrow.
Mary will turn to Argus. Why do they have to keep the library closed? Maybe they hide secrets in there.
It's very likely. There are many things. Father's library had a portal to other worlds in it, artifacts that he didn't want other people to find. So it's very likely that this library has something similar, which is why it is very important for us to not enter and mess with things.
Okay. When I meant secrets, I meant things that you have to like really, really find. Why would they just keep a portal to like another dimension just out in the open?
Reasons. There are only so many places you can put portals to other planes. You do not hide them like you common house codes.
Well, that seems kind of dumb. Like, what if someone like trips into it or something?
That is why you are supposed to be careful, and only the people who are supposed to be in the library should be in the library.
This place has too many rules.
They have talked about two rules so far.
One too many, Arthurs.
I'm very concerned for your safety.
No, seriously. Rule 1, don't die outside of an arena. Rule 2, don't mess with the library. There's 2 rules.
Going for rule number 3 if things go the way I want them to.
Mary got stabbed in the stomach.
You were inside an arena. That's not rule 1, man.
Listen, we can go back. You can tell me everything you know about the temple or ruin or whatever you found the item inside, and then I can make notes and see if I can cross-reference that with known locations.
This boy said cross-reference.
Is at this moment, Mary's stomach growls very loudly.
What?
Oh no!
You don't understand.
That's it. Oh no!
Well, he does kind of because of his dream, but
Yeah.
hasn't exactly talked about it yet.
What's that? What's that?
She's like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm hungry right now.
It kind of like moves closer towards your stomach, and it like looks at it. Why?
She's like, what? I guess it's just a natural thing that happens to me.
Hmm. Feel better after food? After food?
Well, usually yes, unless like I eat cheese or something.
He turns his head to the side. And then he looks towards Ardris and says, same? And he points to you at your stomach.
I am quite satisfied at the moment, though. If you all are hungry, I suppose we can take a moment to find food while I take notes.
He looks over at Mary and says, food. Okay.
Yes.
Where are you going to eat?
I'm sure we probably have some food at the
At the dorm?
apartment. Yeah, dorm.
All right, so you guys are heading down the stairs to head back outside when you hear a commotion. Now, Otis, I have bad news for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
The bad news is that Chancellor Rosani rolled a natural 1 on her perception check
Oh, let's go.
and stepped on your spider.
okay. That's okay.
This does 1 point of damage.
Oh, he still holds it. Okay.
Oh,
no,
really?
no.
Because
Spider has 1
spiders
HP. Yeah, there
has
we go.
1 whole point of
It
damage.
breaks it.
Oh.
Yeah, so very suddenly, there is not a spider on the floor that was not seen. There is a notice on the floor, and Chancellor Rosani is sent sprawling as like she's suddenly knocked backwards.
So I'm assuming she left her room, or are we in her room?
No, she left the study to head out, like into the room that you were in, because you were probably about halfway there with how much time you've been here.
Okay.
Mr. Hood, what are you doing in my home?
Don't call me that.
Make a
We're gonna get
wisdom saving throw.
murdered.
What check? What check?
A wisdom save, please.
Okay, bet.
Oh, good luck.
19. Wait, no. 21. There we go.
Nice. Well, the good news is that you successfully saved. So you feel all of your muscles clench up for a moment, and you are unable to move, and you and then you shake it off, and you're still able to move. And when you look up in her face, you've seen her mildly irritated quite a bit. Like, that seems to be like her status quo. She looks incandescent with rage right now. She is extremely angry.
Otis is unfazed. What you got to eat in here, lady?
Oh my god.
Otis is just gonna die.
Otis is actually gonna die already.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh, bet. Let's see.
See you at
She
the
really trying.
See you at the crossroads.
Oh, I must have succeeded at this one too, hopefully. That is a 24.
24 is the save.
Yeah.
You can see, like, she was already angry, and now seeing like she's continuing to do this and it's not working. There's a level of, how do I put this? You don't have the knowledge that Micah does that something's been bothering her. But if Micah was here, Micah would be very aware that she is losing, like, she's really losing her cool. Like, she's losing her grip because of the other stressor she's under. So you might not be. Make an insight check. We'll see how aware you are of how badly you have.
Well, Otis is proficient in that. So let's see. Oh, wow. I'm actually having a good night with these dice. Okay. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
no, sorry. Insight.
Well, that's still a 25. He's proficient in both.
Nice. What do you think is the most danger Otis has ever been in?
Oh, you know the most danger he's ever been in. That's in his backstory.
I want you to think about that moment, and when you look in her eyes, you have the same amount of panic right now.
Well, in that case, he's...
This is a woman who is extremely, extremely capable and who has not shown any previous signs of aggression, who looks like she is actually ready to do you harm.
Well, Otis is going to call Nadine.
I'm going to let you know right now. If you make any aggressive actions, she will actually attack you.
If you're panicking,
if you want to try to survive, you might consider the flight version of panic. But it's up to you. If your panic is an attack, I just want you to know, like, I would really hate to kill your character.
He can't wild shape. Well, he doesn't have any more wild shape, so he can't exactly open a door if she doesn't have a spell on it or anything. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's his last wild shape. The only way he could get out is if Nadine teleports him out.
I mean, the door is not locked. I mean,
Otis
or even if it is from the inside, like, you can open a locked door.
I mean, Otis does not have a lot of experience with doors.
But he does have a high wisdom. So that's why I'm giving you, like, a little bit of a check on what you're doing. Otis does have a high wisdom. You would be aware that this is an extremely dangerous situation. And so your wisdom would be able to kick in. I'm not trying to change what you want to do. I'm just saying, like, you could end up either grievously injured or just
I understand. I totally understand.
I would hate to kick you out of the school if you're like, no, I really want to play this game.
All right, Otis will try. Otis will try in his Otis way. He's going to try and talk her down just a bit.
Okay. Tell me what you're going to say.
Calm down. I was just trying to hang out with the pipsqueak. He looks like he needed a friend. I was going to stay over. Heard some kids back in my village did this kind of thing all the time. What they call it, an oversleep?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
All right, that's fair. That is totally fair. Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I got a 21 at disadvantage.
I rolled a natural one. So
let's go. We are out here.
Why does the dice hate Keller?
I have rolled 2 natural ones for the 2 rolls that I've made. All right. She doesn't seem any less upset, but she seems to get a hold of herself a little bit. Like, she looked like she really was about to lose it, and like she kind of, and you see that facade come back where she's the chancellor now. She's not just the person who is having a home intruder. And so she grabs you by the collar and heads to the door and literally shoves you out the door. And as she's closing it, she's like, "If I ever see you again in my home." And then she slams the door.
So I'll see you next week.
You're gonna die. Like, there's only so many times the dungeon master can tell you you're gonna die before you just die.
I'm sorry, that's Otis. I'm sorry.
I don't want Ursa to be upset when Otis dies because of Otis's life choices.
Nah.
All right. So you guys have heard, like, there was some shouting down the hallway, and now a slammed door. You were able to hear this from the foyer.
I did not hear.
Kellen did not hear this. Kellen is busy listening to his own internal screaming monologue.
Would I recognize that yelling and such?
You have never heard Chancellor Rosati raise her voice.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize her voice. You've never heard her raise her voice in anyone before.
So Micah immediately darts away over towards the direction. And I'm presuming that's where Otis is standing?
Yeah.
And he'll stop in front of Otis, then looks at the door. What happened? What happened?
Apparently your mom's doesn't like visitors. And she don't got no food. And Otis hollers that at the door.
Oh. Wait, what's it? He'll look around, try to pause. It says, dangerous.
Oh, believe me, kid, I know she's dangerous. But I thought she was compassionate. I guess not. You want to hang out with me? Or you going to bed here?
He looks to the door. He says, Mother.
Otis nods. He actually looks a little crushed.
Be safe.
Otis walks away in a huff. Do what you want, kid.
And then he'll go ahead.
Argus is going to whisper to Miri and go, that is why we do not violate the rules.
I mean, I wouldn't break into the Chancellor's room.
Give me a reason, I'm going to do it again.
No! My God.
Suicide.
All right, so it sounds like Ardris, Miri, and Otis are heading back to the dorms where Kellen is. Yeah. Micah, you decided to stay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely going to check up on his mom because he heard his mom. Presumably, it sounds like his mom yelling, maybe, but he wasn't sure. So he's trying to check and see what's happening there.
All right. As you enter, the fire in the main room has been banked. The light is not on in her study. She is not in the main room.
He'll look around and say, Mother? Okay?
You do not get a response.
Do I get a feeling of? Oh, I guess I'll check some of the doors. Like, do I see like the study? Is she like? Do I see like the study light on?
The study light is not on. You go around, you check in the various rooms, you head upstairs, and you look into her bedroom, or you knock and see if anyone's there. You get the feeling that no one is in this part of the building.
He pauses because no, this is definitely not normal. He's going to. So if he could definitely detect that his mom is not there, he's going.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say like you take a 20, like you do a thorough look.
Mm-hmm.
This is not like you've missed someone who's in a non-obvious place.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that case, he's going to leave the room. Who is someone that I'm also relatively close with? Who's administration by chance?
You tell me. You've met pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
I think you haven't met the nurse yet, but you would know, or the healer. You haven't met the healer yet, but you would know them. You're aware that most people are no longer in this building right now. There are some people who live on campus, You know that Drogon lives on campus. You know that Professor Alfred Bloom lives on campus, but tends to be out at night a lot. And then you know that Zima lives on campus, not too far down the hall from where you were.
Oh, Zima.
He's the enchanter.
Yeah, enchanter. You know what? He's just gonna wait. He's gonna wait at his house, hoping to see if his mom appears. Again, he doesn't.
Which room are you waiting in?
I guess the main room, probably the center location, because again, he doesn't need to eat or sleep, so he could just stay still and hope to see her where she appears.
For the rest of you, other than eating, is there anything you want to accomplish tonight before you go to bed?
If there are leftovers, if Otis has graciously left us with any.
Nah, he'll leave some. He'll leave some.
Okay. She's gonna take them to Kellen.
Oh. So you see on his door it says, "Dear esteemed acquaintances, I am currently working on my enchantment. If you need something, please lightly knock. If you need something not related to enchantment, please wait until tomorrow. Love, Kellen."
She will knock on the door.
He answers the door, mumbling something about enchanting theory incoherently.
Oh no.
Something about a partial spell, maybe after the... Oh, hello, Miri. Did you need help with your project?
No. I read your note. And I need you to eat. That's what I need right now.
Thank you. He'll take the food.
You should probably come out of this little hovel soon. You need to breathe fresh air.
Well, it'll be morning in
7 hours and 52 minutes.
7 hours and 52 minutes.
That's not really what I meant. But at least leave the room once tonight.
Okay.
And with that, she'll leave him alone.
Does she go to her room? Out of sight somewhere?
Yeah, pretty much.
He steps over the threshold,
No.
turns back around and brings the food into the room to go work on the enchanting project.
That little sneak rat, I swear.
Yes. All right, everyone heads to bed. Some of you are trancing. Some of you are just absolutely crashing out.
I'm genuinely not sleeping. Like Kellen is genuinely pulling an all-nighter on the project.
Okay, you are aware that you still will not have enough time. Like, based on the amount of time you had to do the first time, you're aware.
Look, roleplay doesn't care when stuff is ready to roll.
Fair enough. All right, so Kellen is busily working in his room. For those of you who trance like Ardris, maybe every once in a while you are hearing some muttering or like a light, like something's being tossed against the wall or something in frustration. As that just keeps happening. Ardris, you trance. Miri, you go to bed. Otis, you go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go to bed, you fall into this really lovely dream. It is a memory, not just a dream, of a place that you truly found happiness in.
Mm.
And you're there, and suddenly the dream shifts from the memories that you had to the environment starts to darken. Then you start to smell smoke. And then You blink and you're in darkness except for a fire that is right in front of you. You're on some sort of wooden floor and you can see this night sky above you and then just this campfire. And you can't take your eyes away from this campfire, even as you begin to hear this roar and whoosh of like a massive wall of water approaching you. What do you do?
So just water coming at him and then staring at a campfire?
Yeah, so you're on some sort of wooden floor.
Mm-hmm.
Your back is up against something. In front of you is fire, and you can just hear like the roar of water and stars above.
Otis is going to see if he can detect where the source of water is coming from.
As you try to move to get a better vantage point, you realize you can't shift. You look down, and in this firelight, you can just see your body itself is in shadow. It's very difficult to see, but you can catch like the glint of light off of these very thick and heavy ropes that are tying you to something. You look up and you realize you're tied to maybe a mast of some sort of ship. And as you look up, the stars begin to be blotted out by this massive wall of water that suddenly crashes down on you, and you wake up back in your room, back in your bed. And at the foot of your bed, you see Nadine, your Phoenix Kestrel.
Oh boy.
And Nadine is perched there, head cocked looking at you.
Did she burn anything down while appearing?
She didn't appear. When you woke up, she was there.
Oh, wow.
And she looks at you and
tortured
she
me.
says, "Have you ever had a dream so real that you couldn't know which side of the line you are on?"
Otis is going to freak out a little bit.
As you're freaking out, you begin to smell smoke again and ash. And you look down and your bed has caught flame and everything around you is on fire.
That's about right.
Yeah. Your clothes are beginning to catch, but even as you try to struggle, you still can't move. You're trying your best to flee or to run or to fight, whatever you can do, and your body's not responding. Then Nadine flies over to rest on your chest. And you watch as her form shifts to become like this ball of flame that begins sinking down inside of your chest. And as it does, you hear her say, "It's time to wake up." And you wake up again. In your room, in your bed. No smoke, no fire, no ash, no Nadine.
Ooh, well done, Aaron.
Thank you. We're also going to pan over to where Micah is sitting. And if you can imagine for a moment, you see, as the omniscient viewer, Micah is sitting at a table unmoving as the shadows on his face slowly shift to reveal a dawn as he continues unmoving and nothing happened. And that's where we're going to stop today.
Okay. Wow.
Wow. What a session. What a deep session. Heartstrings pulled all over the place. So thank you all so much for coming by to the stream. As always, we definitely appreciate it. If you like what you see here, of course, definitely you can talk about some of the content that we have available on our Discord, which I'll put in the chat below. Actually, I think it just came through. Yep. So you can join us in our Discord. Again, we have watch parties. We have a section in place particularly for It's Our World, as well as Rivenwood Academy. And again, in the near future, we have a huge project coming in. Again, keep a lookout for that. It'll be starting on June 12th. That's all I can mention for right now. Like I said, just keep our eyes out. We'll definitely have perhaps some new artwork and some big news along the way. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and raid the Bronze Girl, who is actually currently also doing a TTRPG at the moment. One of my favorite shows currently on on Twitch called Shakar. They have a Gabe. Gabe's it has JCVIM. It has Laura Balvin as well as Xander. Like I said, they're a great stream overall. Again, one of my favorite streams out there. So go ahead, give them some love and support. And I hope you all enjoy their content. And we look forward to see you all again next Tuesday. Once again, thank you, Hunters Entertainment, for the raid. We always appreciate the love and support. You all are absolutely incredible. And once again, go ahead, give them a follow and shout out and support them on their endeavors. And we look forward to see you all again next week for episode 6 of Rivenwood Academy. Farewell for now.
Take care.